Jaywalking.
We're back, Dave. What do you think?
I think it's nice today.
This guy wave at the neighbor. The neighbors. I used to be the Bieber of the neighborhood. Remember when I used to say that?
You still the Bieber.
No. Maybe people would not understand what the Bieber means.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
With all the cars and
all the people hanging around.
all the chicks.
And remember we used to have we used to have everyone at the house. And
oh, dude. Those are the great years. The Christmas parties and Thanksgiving. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I got some good memories at your place. God, how many people would sleep at your house for Christmas?
I know they were
people.
They were everywhere, right? Sleeping. I have a lot of rooms.
You
too.
do. Yeah, couches and everywhere. Yeah, it's great.
So I was listening to a really good audio interview with Mike Mentzer.
An old one?
Yes, Mike Mentzer. So if you guys don't know who Mike Mentzer is, he claims he should have won the 1980 Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
It was in Sydney, and Arnold won, and they were talking about how controversial it was. Mm-hmm. And he was saying how he quit bodybuilding after.
Yeah.
Because he got fifth at that show. And
Yeah.
I did hear from people that were there that Mike Mentzer should have won. Do you remember seeing Mentzer at Gold's?
Yeah.
When he was training people? So he talked about, he's from Pennsylvania, and he, got into bodybuilding. Kind of the same story. He was 11 years old, picked up a magazine, saw a picture in the magazine. I was 12, and said I was hooked after that. And he bodybuilded for a while. He was great. He competed for his first show at 18, same as me.
Wow.
He did really well as a teenager, but then he got injured. So he had to not retire, but he stepped away from competition. He's finally getting this house underway a little bit.
Look at that. Actual people.
So I am trying to still figure out if this guy is going to let this lot go or not. So people have been asking about that.
That's a big lot.
Well, it's a half acre, same as mine.
Okay.
Anyway, so he stepped away from competitive life, and then he ended up competing, and he did like the Mr. America, and Robbie Robinson was, I believe, second, and this guy Roy Callender was like first or whatever. And eventually, he leads to the Olympia stage, and back then they had like the over 200 and under, right? And yes. I believe, and maybe some of our people, historians on this channel he might have won the division, but didn't win the overall, and the overall winner is the one that carried the title, and it was Franco the year. So he may have won one of those, but they were talking about Arnold and how he wasn't contested in like the early 70s. I forget what year it was, maybe 72 or 3. He had no one in the competition.
That's right.
Sergio got...
That's right. There was one show where he just...
Yeah, Sergio got disqualified because they competed in some show. Like Bill Pearl was competing in the show, and he wanted to go against him, whatever. So, but they said, he said after that politics were it, but he was talking about, his heavy duty training, and how Lee Labrada endorsed it, and David Dirth, Aaron Baker, he also said was an advocate of it. Yeah.
Okay, wow. I remember when Yates was coming to Gold's to train with him, at the beginning.
Yeah, he really was happy about the endorsement that Dorian gave him. It was super proud of that.
That was huge, of course.
Because at the time, he had just won 92 and 93.
He was just coming up, yeah.
So this interview was done in 93 when Dorian had just won, so it might have been early 94.
Wow.
I don't know what year he passed away, but I remember seeing him at Gold's.
Yeah.
And I remember knowing him from the books, from the video, from Pumping Iron or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But it didn't seem like he liked Arnold a lot.
No. Well, a lot of people don't. Competitors.
But for some reason, I'm starting to listen to more of the history of the Olympia. And then, he talked about, so he lost in 80, and then in 81, Franco won, but Arnold promoted the show that year.
Oh, okay.
So Arnold was the actual promoter of the Olympia.
I didn't know that.
So that was kind of like a different thing. I didn't know Arnold. I knew he had promoted, but I wasn't sure. Like he didn't obviously continue. So what does that tell you about
Yeah.
promotions? I don't know.
What first year was the Arnold Classic?
1990, 89 was
Okay,
Rich Gaspari won the first one.
Right, okay.
So
Yeah.
Rich was the first winner.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
remember
funny.
that.
I watched it on American Muscle magazine. Did you watch it when
Yeah, of course.
he was eating the dinner with his family, and it was like a few weeks out, and he's like, I can't eat the pasta, and
Ugh.
you know, his mom cooked
Those
this
were great
dish.
shows, man.
But
It
they
was
would
on
show
TV a
the
lot.
background. Yeah, they showed the background
Yeah.
of like what.
What these guys were doing.
Yeah, like that's what I think.
That's what's interesting.
You know, that's why social media is so important to people now, because, you know, it shows a lot of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we talk about that. He usually goes crazy right here. Come on,
Uh-oh.
come on.
Yeah, people want to know the back stories.
Yes, they want to see the struggles, or
Yeah.
the family that surrounds them is accepted.
Yeah. Because
And-
that's the kind of stuff you don't see usually.
No, and
know?
you only see your highlight reels on social media, really.
Yeah.
But I think that's why people enjoy kind of like the jaywalking and the reminiscing on this.
Yeah, because they hear you talk about your private life and things you've been through, and
Yeah.
unless you're a friend of yours, this is the kind of conversation you would never hear.
Yeah, heavy duty training though, like, I never really understood it, because I don't think I ever dug deep down inside.
Yeah.
But I think some of it, I know I'm a volume trainer, but I believe that there's been times when I've actually done kind of heavy duty training where
Well, you used to train
it's all
heavy.
out one set,
Yeah, I remember how.
But
heavy
what's funny is, and some people may correct me on this, but I remember people would question how Dorian trained. They'd say he'd only go to the gym and do one set, but that's
Dude.
not true. He would build up.
Right.
He would build up to that one set, right?
He would warm up and
Okay, come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on.
get him, Capone.
He would build up to that one set and do a many sets,
Yeah,
right?
Like he would do many warm-up set or field set, like he would call them, and then he would do one all out.
Yes.
But he wasn't in the gym very much. I mean, I remember his workouts were like very short.
So you actually were there when he was training? or-
Sometimes. I mean,
Really?
I've seen him actually teach the class. Because sometimes he would come to Gold's and we have a bunch of people that he would teach the class.
Really?
Yes. Like towards when he was retired.
And what did he look like when he retired?
I mean, he was still in shape. He wasn't as big. He reminded me kind of you a little bit, because he was just a smaller version of himself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But he still had the abs and the chest and the arms, and not so much, I think, anymore today, because he's into yoga and different kind of things.
Yeah.
But he still trains people. I mean, I think it's great that he's still passing on the knowledge, It's like Cormier. I'm glad that these guys are still kind of like involved in the sense that they're,
Yeah, Cormier's doing
They're teaching all that
equipment
stuff.
now,
yeah.
helping design equipment.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah, I'm always intrigued though by, the history of bodybuilding, because we hear so many comparisons, like who's the greatest
Yeah.
on stage and like what era would have been competitive, right?
Yeah.
And they were saying, like, I was watching something else on like Sergio Oliva and how he really should have won one year, and Arnold actually admitted it.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like one of the early 70s shows.
Oh. Yeah, Sergio won too. 2 Olympias, yeah.
I think he won 3, didn't he?
Maybe. I thought it
think
was
he won
2, but
3.
okay. Yeah, it's kind of cool when you start digging into the history. Did you read Ed's book yet? I'm sure he gave you a copy.
I did. It was pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Did you look at it, or?
Yeah, I have to keep reading it. He's great, and he's been posting a lot of pictures on his Instagram.
He has. I follow him. I don't know if I've seen it though.
Yeah, he's been posting pictures of his building and
Let me
stuff
put
that
him inside for a second. We'll
yeah, and
pause
stuff
the
that he
video for a
designed and
second.
stuff.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
Capone inside.
So Ed's been posting pictures of what now? Says
So he's been
architecture
posting
stuff.
pictures of his the building that he's been building before, or designing before he was involved with Goals and everything. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool,
Well, I thought it was Century Plaza or something.
Yeah, he actually
He did.
He said he worked on
That's
the
the
Nakatomi Plaza from
the
Die Hard.
Die Hard building. Yeah.
That's cool, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so a little update on me, guys. I've actually, I've bailed on doing cardio in the morning.
Ah.
So I'm starting the phase.
Oh.
So as you know, I don't believe that your body is more as reactive to the diet phase if you're already beating it down so hard. So if I'm doing, fasted cardio every morning and I'm trying to put on size and I'm going to start going into more of a strict program, ideally I want to try to do as little as possible to get in the best shape as possible. And I don't know what this shape is going to be once I hit August. Mm-hmm. But I know one thing, I'm going to kind of make a switch right now and just let the training do its thing to my body, right? And let the food.
Yeah.
And then, when I get 8 weeks down or whatever, or 10 weeks down, then I'll start really kind of fine tuning. And if I feel like I need to add the cardio, and I will. But as you know, I've done 1 million shows without doing cardio.
I know.
So for me, the goal is to, number one, do as little as possible and gather the best physique. But, I'm really looking forward to, seeing what my body does week to week and keeping track of it,
Yeah, it's exciting. He's not doing any cardio either to prep for the Masters.
He's not, huh?
I asked him, when people see the video, they'll see like it's really grueling, the actual training. So I said, are you doing cardio? He says, no. So it reminded me of you.
Did he say why? Just because he's training so intense?
Yeah, when you see it, you don't ask why.
Because the workouts are long, right?
It's long, and it's like 4 or 5 exercises in a row. I mean, dude, their heart is pumping big time. So yeah, and he's kind of he said that he was kind of like he started his prep kind of skinny. So he's actually definitely growing into the show. He gained like 10 pounds in a week, in a month already.
Okay.
So he started at 200, he's 210 now, and he's going to compete at a 212. So
he's doing the 212
he's doing
division.
the 212, yeah.
I think Kamal's doing it too.
Okay, I can't wait to see the list. I wonder when the list is going to be out.
Well, I think they choose by the 10th.
Okay.
And then they're going to announce it. I know they asked. I think they're going to announce on around the 25th of April.
Oh, okay, great. I can't wait to see who's in it.
So
wow.
I know like Darren Charles was supposed to be spoken about. Phil Klahar, he's doing it. I think he's really good.
Okay. Well, Darren's great.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's doing classic or not.
Yeah, because the last few shows
remember he did
classic,
I think.
Yeah.
So because they're having every division, the women's.
Yeah.
I think even men's physique, right?
I think they have like 10 divisions.
Yeah.
I heard. Wow.
So I'll be going over there to Romania.
Wow.
August 25th.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we just got off a phone call with Dr. Zach over in the UK, our
happy
buddy.
Birthday.
So for you guys that don't know, he always came over to compete in my show.
Yeah.
So we miss him this year. He retired. he said, yeah, he's retired. You're trying to get him to come back.
Yeah. Guarantee he'll compete again.
We have a huge contest this weekend.
Yeah?
So this is the first one of this. Is a kickoff of the year, Jay Cutler Desert Classic. This is happening on this Saturday. I don't know when we're going to launch this video. The last one launched now, right? Or jaywalking or no?
No, there's one more.
Okay.
But we can always keep it for later. We can do this one like now and save the other one for later. Because there's no like... whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so we have the show, and it's at the South Point, so we have a lot of people coming in to compete in that, which is pretty cool. Awesome. This is always the kind of the role. This is the role of the year now. So I go here, I got FIBO, I'm in Texas, in Lubbock, Texas, the 22nd for Brandon Falcon's gym, and then the end of the month, I got the Cutler, Massachusetts.
Busy month for you.
Jay Cutler Classic, man. I'm excited. I'm going to go see my mom and see my family a little bit.
That's awesome.
Spend some time in Mass. Hopefully the weather will be decent. We're staying a few extra days.
How far are you? So when you go over there, you stay with anybody of your family? You just rent a hotel?
No, we usually stay at a hotel just because. I like to have my own space. I'm very particular about that.
And how far is Boston from...
50 miles from...
Oh, it's not bad.
From where I grew up.
It's not bad.
So we'll stay right there. I'm only going to stay in near my family for a day and a half, and then we'll stay in the city, prep for the show a little bit,
Nice.
and then we go train at Gym Hub at Nate's gym out there.
Okay, cool.
See Jose and
Yeah.
and then
Muffin Man.
and then we'll do the show, and
Yeah.
dude, we'll be in May, and there'll be
Already.
be 100 degrees here. We've been talking about this weather change now. And
Yeah.
I went to walk outside this morning, and here I am, and I'm like, dude, I need a jacket.
At least it's sunny. I'll take the sun. So
Yeah.
awesome. So we're gonna cover the show this weekend, you guys. So tomorrow is Friday, so we're gonna go to the check-ins or the athletes meeting.
Yeah. What time you think you'll show up there?
like 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to finish training around 4:30, and I'll just go. It's right next door to the Dragons, and then we'll cover the show on Saturday and
Yeah.
show you guys how it went. It'll be good.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, man. And I know you guys have been really responsive, so I want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, lots of comments and interaction on the
Yeah.
site. It's great.
Let me know what you guys think though about the history and the Mike Mensa. You guys any of you guys follow the Mike Mensa training? I know we have some of our old school guys on here. Remember the Mensa days,
Yeah.
but I don't know much about Ray Mensa, his brother, but it's
No.
unfortunate. Like they passed away like a year apart, which
very,
is sad.
very shortly. Yeah. Yeah.
But I think Arnold was just so ahead of his time then. But
Yeah.
I always wonder, it's kind of, you wonder now because, of course, I always did the volume training. I'm healthy and I feel good. But sometimes I'm like, man, should I have tried different types of training?
Yeah.
Because everyone's body's a little different, man. Like, I think sometimes I overtrained. And, but nothing you can really do. I guess you can look back and say, wow, Jay, you had such a great career.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have injury
cool.
today, and that says a lot about the way
Yeah.
you train, I think. Because Dorian had to retire because of injuries. He was
Yeah.
like, so strong that sometimes the joint snaps, So,
Yeah, so we'll keep, we appreciate the support, guys. And for Dave, Mad Max, and I, we are out for another episode of Jaywalking. Thank you, guys.
all right.
No mercy for you, no worries for you. That Game of Thrones, go Cersei on you. I flipped the script, I roll the dice. Don't fall asleep, cause I'm working nights. Hey, you tryna